Very interesting.
Tell us when we can go live. You are live.
We are live? Why am I able to see it?
No, Ricky Patel, as always, the man, the myth, the legend, Ricky Patel.
Is telling us that we are live, so we're going to believe
We
this.
will believe him.
Hello guys,
Of
and
course.
welcome back to the mid-innings coverage. Oh, excuse me for that. Blooper reel. We just got another one.
Yes.
Anyway,
So the summary of the match is Gujarat Titans have ended on 171 for 6. Shubman Gill, the star, with 84, and Mustafizur Rahman. What a performance on this comeback.
Yeah.
But yes, somewhere down the line, Gujarat Titans, I feel, are 20 runs short because the batting,
Due
again,
factor.
Hardik Pandya, I think, played the anchor role which he was not supposed to play.
true.
And Abhinav Manohar Sadarangi not getting an extended run at 3 when the situation was ripe for him.
Right.
6 fours, 4 sixes, Shubman Gill the star. Nikhil, the due factor is there, but I think Gujarat Titans are 20 runs short. But Shubman Gill, what a knock. 84 of 64.
No, he has a lot of point to prove, Shubman Gill, because we had suddenly eliminated him from the discussion when it came to white ball cricket. In fact, even in red ball cricket, he wants to fight for that Indian spot. So it was going to be very, very crucial. And the other opener, the interesting matchup here is the other opener in Prithvi Shaw, who'd be come out to bat very, very soon. So the entire talk was who is the next gen opener that India is going to get. And a lot of talk was Prithvi Shaw is that guy because he plays that aggressive brand of cricket. Many consider that Shubman Gill is that very conventional sort of an opener. So look at him only in the red ball format. But what he's showing here is that he could be a dasher as well. He could be the one who can get you a lot of runs. So I think this inning by Shubman Gill is a sort of statement that has come from the youngster. I had the opportunity of speaking to Shubman right before this IPL started, and that's one question that I had asked him, that, you know, we look at you as a conventional, very technically correct sort of an opener. That's the kind of role that you were performing at the Kolkata Knight Riders as well. But what is it that you'd be doing at Gujarat Titans? And he said, you know what? And the way Hardik is, he's told us that he wants us to play a different brand of cricket. He wants us to play the aggressive brand of cricket. That's the kind of player that Hardik is, and that's exactly how we would like his team to play. And so I think that's the freedom that someone like a Shubman Gill has got under Hardik Pandya. But I'd love to know your thoughts on Hardik Pandya now exchanging that role of what Shubman had as a dasher. Now Hardik Pandya is the one who's playing like that anchor, whether it is because he's the captain, whether it is because he wants to stake a claim for the Indian team and pile on a lot of runs. So he wants to give himself some time coming after the injury to get used to the conditions and then become that X-factor player. I don't know. What did you make of Hardik Pandya's innings?
Basically for me, I think it was way out of his character. See, Hardik Pandya is a dasher. He is the guy who can take the game away aggressively at the death. A quick 20 ball 50 is what you expect from Hardik Pandya, not a strike rate of 114. And this kind of situation was tailor-made for someone like Abhinav Manohar Sadarangini to come up. Because he can be the accumulator come dasher. We had seen in the previous game that Abhinav Manohar Sadarangini can do both roles. But in this situation, when Matthew Wade got out and even Vijay Shankar, who looked clueless. By the way, there was one very
Comment of the day from Siddharth. Let's just
very
get this one out.
meme comment that was coming from the Indian cricket fans. Vijay Shankar's wicket is the only wicket that is celebrated by both teams, which I feel is pretty nasty.
It's harsh but kind of fair. I mean, I never understood the rationale of playing him at 3-4. In fact, I honestly couldn't tell you what Vijay Shankar's best batting position is. It's definitely not a 3 or 4. 4, we've seen it with the Indian team as well. Let's not go there. The 3D debacle.
Where do you play Vijay Shankar then? But yes, Hardik Pandya.
But Siri, tell me about Abhinav Sadarangini. Just tell me a bit about him.
Abhinav Manohar Sadarangini came to prominence during the Karnataka Premier League. He played for the Belagavi Panthers and the Bellary Tuskers, and there were 6 franchises apparently that really wanted his services. In the end, Gujarat Titans got it. Solid batter and an aggressive batter in the T20 format. Just check his KPL stats out. It is remarkable indeed. But Hardik Pandya played really out of character because at 31 or 27, you really don't associate with him.
We're going to take a few comments in that regard. And on that note, we have Babaditya Karan saying Hardik Pandya wants to bat more and score more runs to sneak into the India team as a batsman, but not happening. He should focus on what made him great at MI. In fact, I would agree. I would argue that what made him great at MI is also what made him great for India too. Is that he was that X-factor batsman who could take the game away from you. I don't think him playing as an accumulator is going to help things.
Yeah, but Nikhil, seriously, is Hardik Pandya looking at himself as an accumulator? Is that the surprise that he was going to come out in the IPL 2022 with?
I hope not. I hope not that that's the surprise that he was talking about. I hope the surprise that he was talking about was the fact that he would be bowling and he would be bowling at 140 clicks. So I'm hoping that's the surprise that he was giving us. I hope the accumulator bit, and I think Babaditya, who's a regular watcher, has completely nailed it. If Hardik is trying to show that this is the kind of batsman that he can be, and look at him because he'll get you a lot of runs, and that is how he's going to break into the Indian team. That may be a bad strategy, I think. Why? What is it that Hardik Pandya? What is it that you love about Hardik Pandya? What is it that made him such a crucial element of the Indian white ball cricket team? It was that X factor that he got the ability to go bang bang right from the word go, and that's a rare ability that doesn't come very often in Indian cricket, even at the international level. And so that's that X factor he had. If you're going to look at the middle order, it's already very crowded. We're already talking about how do you fit in Surya Kumar, Shreyas Iyer, KL Rahul. Maybe I don't know if he's going to look at the middle order. There are already too many contenders for that. Venkatesh Iyer is looking at that. So I think lower middle order is the slot that he should target. And will he get that lower middle order slot by being an accumulator and getting at a strike rate of 110 runs? I would doubt that. So what is it that he needs to do? He needs to bat big. I know that because he's a captain, and sometimes I think that could be that catch-22 situation, that sometimes because you're a captain, you want to show your team that, listen, I'm playing with a lot of responsibility. I'll be that fulcrum around which the team then rotates. And so he's taken on this role, but that's going to harm his individual aspirations of playing long for the Indian team. So what he needs to tell his team that I am still that X factor number 6 batsman. Fine. I mean, don't follow my example of, going after the bowling right from the word go, because that's a special ability he has. Everyone needs to play according to their strengths. And I think Hardik's strength is that. So, I mean, if he's aiming to be that guy who gets a lot of runs at a 110 strike rate and then come into the Indian team, if he's thinking that, then I think that's the wrong road that he's taken.
True.
But I will sum up Nikhil's point also, because when did Hardik Pandya come back into contention? In the 2020 IPL, when he hit over 400 runs at an average of 40 with a strike rate of 150.
Yeah.
But when he got bogged down in the World T20, you see Hardik Pandya was a liability. So if he's trying to accumulate the runs and in the middle order, I don't think he's fighting for the middle order. It must be at number 5 or number 6. So that is where I feel Hardik Pandya needs to have a different role in the next match. He can't do this role. If he's doing this role, I think either the brief he's got from the selectors is totally misunderstood or it is inaccurate.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like that. Yeah, Nikhil, carry on.
Have they got enough runs, you reckon?
I'm not so sure, because here's the thing, there is, the due factor coming on. But again, if we go through some of the comments, let's take a couple of those. So Galaxy Warrior is saying that, I think this is a fighting total because the ball is not coming on. Now, that could be possible, but let's face facts, Delhi do have a pretty decent batting lineup. And if the due factor comes into play, then 170 might very well seem like child's play.
Can I tell you, this game is in Pune, right? This is in Pune, this...
Yes, that would be correct.
Yes.
Yeah. So, you know what? The one thing that I've gotten to know, I am from Pune, and what my local knowledge tells me in this particular IPL, that batting second is going to be tough. You saw that in that game that Rajasthan Royals played. They put on a big total, and batting second, Sunrisers found it very, very tough. So what happens in Pune, just slightly different from Mumbai, that the fast bowlers will get a lot of purchase. So I think that new ball spell is what someone needs to be very wary of. So I know that, Delhi Capital Capitals have a explosive opener in Prithvi Shaw. But what you would ideally want to do in Pune is just wait a little bit, and then you will start getting your runs a little later. A slightly different strategy from other grounds that you will see in Bombay. So I think the fast bowlers of Gujarat Titans will get a lot of purchase straight up with the new ball, and that's where the Delhi team has to be a bit more circumspect to begin with. That's what my local knowledge tells me.
That's an interesting take for
So
sure.
yes, Nikhil has indeed stated that the local knowledge might come into it, because Hardik also stated something that there is a breeze. So we don't know how much the dew factor might come into. But yes, Nikhil, in the Delhi Capitals bowling, apart from Mustafizur, everybody else had an economy rate of over 8 or 10. Khalil struggled, Shardul struggled, and even Kuldeep had an economy rate of 8. Only Mustafizur had an economy rate of under 6, but he was bowling the cutters and hitting the hard lengths a lot more. So if you're
But that's slightly different, Siddharth, for the first innings. First innings, you may need to just slower up the bowling a bit, and that's why the cutters really work. Second innings, the ball is going to fly. So if you've got genuine pace like Prasidh Krishna had, you're going to trouble a lot of batsmen.
yeah, so I think
Gujarat do actually have
Mohammad
a
Shami,
Shami
will be the key. Lockie Ferguson, those two will
Yes.
be really key.
And if Hardik can hit 140 once again, then hey, they're very much in the game.
So if you have to look at it, Gujarat Titans actually have three pacers who can clock 140, 145.
Yeah, they do. And don't forget, they have Rashid Khan, arguably one of the best T20 bowlers ever. Even if the pitch is not necessarily to his strengths, he will be economical if nothing else.
Yes, absolutely. Kushal Kurana, Nikhil, there is a question for you from Kushal Kurana. He says, would you agree now that MI slept through the auction? Archer Gamble handicapped their bowling, especially how many injuries Archer carries? It is regarding Jofra Archer's.
No, I agreed earlier as well, Kushal. I think if you saw a pre-match chat, I think I made that comment about Mumbai Indians sleeping through the auction. I found that strategy very, very baffling. In fact, it just seemed like that they'll only come with one intention in mind, and that is just to get Ishan Kishan, no matter at what cost. After that, you would just go on with, whichever batsman you get. I think Tilak Verma was the other one they had in mind because, of their scouting system. So that's the other one that they were targeting. Rest of them, I mean, people were even surprised at that time. Mumbai Indians, which is usually a very active table at the auction, was very, very conservative, if I could use that word, throughout the auction. So that was very surprising. They were sleeping, if that's the correct word, much like our football team. Just to let you know, we are here playing a football tournament. We are playing a semi-final of a corporate tournament. We did well to reach the semi-final. But in the semi-final, we were caught napping, much like the Mumbai team at the auction table. So we've lost that game 8-1. And the game is still on. So 8-1 is what we're trailing. What I'll do is I'll try and show our family the scenes of the game. I don't know if you can see it. That's where the game is happening. It's under the lights. It's 7 aside. So I thought, let me share it with our family members as well. The game is on. But you know what? Because of our Sports Today family, said, no, I need to be substituted. And I'll come out and, talk cricket. I was watching the cricket, by the way, on my phone while the cricket match was on.
But yes, family members, give a big shout out for Nikhil and his team. They reached the semi-finals at least. So that's a great achievement.
Yeah, you can never discount any kind of achievement in this regard, especially considering we're not full-time sports people here. We just love the game.
Yes, we just love the game. So semi-final, great effort, Nikhil and the team. But prediction time now. We are going to see the first ball, prediction time.
I'm saying Gujarat are winning this one.
Oh my God, this is the time when I start to sweat profusely. I'm saying Delhi Capitals are chasing this down.
Which means Gujarat are winning.
Nikhil?
Okay, my prediction is, my heart is saying that Delhi might win it, but my mind is saying it could be Gujarat.
Ooh, very interesting. So, which are you picking then? Heart or mind?
I'm torn between the two.
I think
let me go with my mind then. Let me go with my mind and I'll go with Gujarat then.
That's very interesting because the innings starts with Prithvi Shaw hitting Mohammad Shami for a 4. So, okay, not a good start for anyone of us.
I think I found Nikhil's blueprint now. I'll follow that. Heart says something, mind.
So then you can just go with whatever goes.
But I've still picked one.
We agree. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for joining us. Special shout out to Nikhil, of course, joining us from the football field. Again, if you guys haven't,
I'll be there at the end of the game. I'm leaving now. I'll be there at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Gamezy, if you're going to be playing
Link
your
in the
fantasy,
descriptor.
if you haven't made your first innings team, no problemo. Make one for the second innings. Make multiple teams for 5 inning stretches. You can win up to 5 crores daily. It's more so than you can on any other fantasy gaming app. On that note, you can drop your comments in this, you can drop your predictions in the comment section. For now, we are bidding you adieu. Trust me, we'll see them. We'll get back to you. And if you guys get it right, we will definitely mention you. Thank you for now.